Hello. We are into episode 7 of the Quick Bytes series. We're going to be talking about simplicity is the ultimate sophistication today. And, why things should be simple when you design your products, solutions, and architectures typically. So that is what we're going to be looking at today. So I just went to a supermarket recently, just a day ago, and I went to the cheese section, and I found there were so many brands of cheese that were there on the block. And the sales guy was trying to push a particular brand of cheese to me, saying that this is really nice and soft, and it's of a unique texture, and all of that sort of stuff. But I didn't want to take a chance, so I just went with my tried and tested brand of cheese, and as I didn't want to try other things. There was this book written by Barry Schwartz called The Choice of Paradox. So the paradox of choice. So basically, what he said that they did a study about, it's about, when people have too many choices, it leads to analysis paralysis, and you simply don't know what to buy. And the American way of life, as per his book, he says is quite complicated because the n number of choices that people have, and people are so distracted, and it saps their vital energies, and they're not able to, just get along with life and what is really needed to lead a simple, contented life. So his study was that they kept various brands of a certain item in a supermarket place, and thinking that there would be 250 different articles that would be kept in a place, and then that would lead to people picking, you like something, okay, customer X likes this, customer Y likes something else, and they would pick those kind of things. But apparently then they did a parallel study and found they just kept few items, and they said, okay, out of these you can pick and choose what you really want. So the customer ended up, it seems there was more buying behavior in the place there was less. So, people don't want to be confused with too many choices. They would rather prefer something that does its job, simple to use, and does as it's specified. So that is the essence of this simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. So if you take the example of Twitter, so in Twitter you want to express yourself in 140 words or now probably 250. So brevity is very important. In that short usage of words, how can you convey your idea? That is what is going to tell you what is how important the message is. So as Shakespeare said, brevity is the wit of wisdom. So what he meant was, if you're able to express yourself in less words and using less expressions, then of course that requires a greater degree of art and sophistication to really do it. So there are various examples in the products and solutions that follow this principle. So if, for instance, if you see the Google search bar, you just type a string that you want to search and say bang, that's it. Google will find out all the ads for you, and they are the biggest search engine which throws a whole lot of ads at us, but it's not in the face, you don't see it like the Facebook way of doing it. So Google does it very subtly, and that creates a huge user experience. You want to search something about your own ancestry, your places to visit, or archaeological findings, whatever it is. So you rather go to Google and then get that out. So it's made as simple as possible, and obviously that is simplicity in its best. And there are other products like the Amazon shopping experience is also kind of simple, I would say, compared to its other competitors. The UI looks easy on the eye. And Dropbox, of course, is a storage vending solution. So the advantage with Dropbox is they just say that we do only one thing and we do it well. So they store files for you, that's about it. So they don't help you do this and that and this. So Google Drive and Microsoft OneDrive, they in fact have a plethora of options. But Dropbox is a leader in its brand because they just say we actually help you store space and then we help you do that. So they are really sticking to one niche and doing that quite well. So if you see, even Steve Jobs said the same thing, that product development is about saying no to 1,000 things and doing only one or two. So when he took over when he took over Apple, there were 10 or 15, 20 different products lines that they were there. Then finally he said, no, we'll just stick to one or two and do that one or two very well. And they ended up becoming $1 trillion company because of that laser focus that they really had in their product and solutions. So, recently I was talking to Wolfgang Goebel, who is the creator of the architecture mindset institution. So he was also saying that they're working towards a framework. They're mixing business design, service-oriented, service architecture, user experience architecture, and an architecture mindset, and all of that into one framework. And with that framework should be as intuitive as an iPhone. So you give an iPhone or an iPad to a granny or a grandpa, so they will be. It's so intuitive that you don't need a user manual to figure out, how it works and so on. So basically, if they say if your product needs a user manual, that means you have not done a good job of product management and development in that regard. So that's essentially what is simplicity. So simplicity is the ultimate sophistication there. And there is this company called IAG, who's an insurance giant. So they wanted to create several types of insurance for various companies, and they had 32 variants of their insurance policies that they wanted to offer to their customers. So 32 is a staggering number, thinking that, okay, they will target the mid-sized employee, the highly paid employee, the starter employee, and, all of that sort of stuff. But then they said it's so confusing that nobody's even going to look at all of those options. They just go to, are you in the job of solving a particular problem and solving that particular problem well? If you were to do that, then that's what people really need, So they just cut down the whole product line to just 2 products, and that is typically what helped them to, do well as a product. And lastly, Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg speech, which was very profound and had a very good impact on a lot of people. It is said that that particular speech was all worded in 273 words. So do stick to keeping your things laser focused, narrow and deep. And simplicity is, of course, the ultimate sophistication. So strive to keep things simple and as less complicated as possible. Thank you. Do like, share, comment, and subscribe for more such information. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend.